God bless everybody. Today it's September 12th of 2020. This is another update about the shofar that's going to blow on the Temple Mount on September 19th of 2020. I'm trying to wrap my head around why this is being done. Number one, they are going to blow it. So you can get your ticket. I don't know why they're blowing it on this date, and I'll explain why. This is not supposed to happen. So they're selling tickets. The shofar is going to blow. It's on the schedule right here. This is the high holy days. This is, temple Torah. They're gonna blow it. Wasn't sure at first, but now it's in the actual event calendar, so I'm guessing at 12:15 p.m. Israel time, which I believe is 4:15 a.m. Central Time, United States, on the 19th. They're going to blow this, and then, like I said, they're going to bring in Yom Kippur, which is a few days after that. That's the Day of Atonement. But this is not supposed to happen. And so what I was trying to show you, this is a warning from Jeremiah to the nations not to do this in Jeremiah 4. I showed you that, but I wanted to show you this because I think this is important. This adds to the conversation I had prior, and I want to make this a fairly short video. So, though the sounding of the shofar on Rosh Hashanah is biblical precept, no matter what day of the week or holiday it may fall on, it tells us we do not sound the shofar even on Rosh Hashanah if it falls on a Sabbath. This is important, okay? Not only is this not supposed to be blown on Rosh Hashanah on a Saturday, but it's not supposed to be blown on the Temple Mount. It's supposed to be blown in the temple, okay? So if the holiday of Rosh Hashanah falls on a Sabbath or a Saturday, the shofar is sounded in the temple, not on the temple. You know why it sounded in the temple and not on the temple? Because the third temple's not been built, so they can't blow it in the temple. And the last temple was the second temple, which was destroyed in 70 AD, so they can't blow it in the temple. And blowing it on the temple is not the same as blowing it in the house of God. So this is just wrong. So not only are they going to create a problem by blowing it on the temple instead of in the temple, but they're not supposed to blow it in the land. And I will guarantee you here that every Jew on the planet thinks this is a great idea. At least I haven't found anybody that thinks this is a bad idea. I have been scouring the internet. I have tried to explain this to everybody that I know, and I got a brother, Don. He agrees with me. I haven't seen anybody else say this is a bad idea. Okay, and so I'm warning you. Jeremiah was a prophet to the nations. When he spoke, he told the nations and the people all over the planet, the world of that they knew of that time. Now it's a futuristic world, and it's a bigger world, and it's all over the place. And he's telling us from old to new that this shouldn't happen, and that we should not blow this on the temple. That is a it's commanded not to do this, but they're also not supposed to blow it in the land. And so think about that. Not only are they going to blow it on the temple, and that it's going to be against God's commandment there, but all the Jews are going to blow, and Christians, even the Christians are going to blow these horns. And it's going to sound all over the world, and it's going to amplify this Jeremiah 4:4 through 9. And you can go through chapter 5 and 6 of that, and it talks about the destruction of the Israel, Judah and Jerusalem, and that's Gog's attack on them in the next three or so years, around that end of 23, start of 24, before we see that rising of Antichrist and that signing of that 7-year covenant. We are in the sorrows, people. This is a warning. Jeremiah's warning to the nations. No one's listening, as they didn't listen in Jeremiah's day either. They're going to blow this horn on the temple, not in it. And the world's going to blow their horns on a Sabbath day that should not happen. Jeremiah 4 tells us that this is going to happen, and it's going to bring the king of the north forward. So I'm going to predict that this is going to be a ramping up of that goat ram war of Daniel 8, and that we're going to start to see those 2300 days, as I've been showing you on the calendar, pop up around June 30. Not on that date, but as we move past June 30, we're going to see that destruction of Iran. And this will change the markets forever. And so we need to understand this. If you see this to be the warning that I do, we need to stop this. It's not going to stop, because God already told Jeremiah, this latter-day prophet, that this is going to happen, and it will. And God knew it. But with this will become judgments on the planet, on the nations, and on the people. When that judgment sounds, when that horn sounds, this will start a chain of events. This is the last warning. So, if you haven't found Jesus, you better find him. This is your last warning horn. Jeremiah 4 tells us that this is all going to bring the sorrows in a really hard amplification. It tells us that they're going to post this thing, they're going to publish it. It's a judgment against Judah and Jerusalem, and we'll see how that works out. Anyway, God bless you all. Find the narrow door. Find Jesus. Time's short. Get right with him. Repent. And God bless you. Have a great night.